Tonight, the superstars Falzone with 18 of Northwestern's 49. He was trying to get it back to Falzone. He does. Oh, my goodness. Career high 21.
Ready? One on three. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Now entering the heart of the conference schedule, Northwestern head coach Chris Collins and his Wildcats welcome the Iowa Hawkeyes to campus. Following a rivalry win against Illinois, Northwestern looked to keep inching its way up the Big Ten standings.
The step back, 2 rolls home.
Things remained even entering the second half, but foul trouble played a critical role down the stretch, with the Hawkeyes taking advantage. Playing in one of the most dominant conferences in the country has its challenges, like looking to rebound 4 days later on the road at Michigan, the second-ranked team in the country. After a 2-point loss to the Wolverines at home in December, the Cats enter the Chrysler Center looking to even the series and pick up their first Big Ten road win. With forward Vic Law out with a lower body injury, Collins must look elsewhere to fill the void of the fifth-year senior's team-leading 15 points per game. The Wolverines got out to an early 10-0 start, and although the Cats quickly battled back to within 2, the lead would remain out of reach. With 2 different Wolverines reaching career highs, Michigan made 13 of its final 16 shots from the field to close out the game.
What's up, guys? Hey, Nick. Charlie?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Charlie.
How you doing, Derek?
Derek? Nice to meet you.
Charlie.
Nick.
In the fall, the 5 senior Wildcats met with designers from Under Armour to begin the season-long process of creating their custom uniform for Senior Day. The team tradition, now in its second year, allows the seniors to design something that's representative of their time together at Northwestern.
For us, I mean, we always challenge ourselves to, because we are so involved with athletes and making them better, we're always looking for opportunities to get in front of more athletes, do the little things, find out the little tidbits, what makes them tick, what motivates them, what makes them feel good about what they're wearing when they're performing. So for us, it was a win-win because we got to get a chance to get in front of the athletes themselves, hear from them firsthand without any sort of filter, and really to design something that really makes something, really helps them perform. You got to do some homework and you get some ideas around some uniforms. Yeah.
We just sort of talked about, I mean, obviously, for one, this jersey, in terms of its style, is we like it a lot, but the fact that it is like a 90s jersey, and we, you know, we're all born in the 90s, and we're from that, born in that era, and sort of we grew up, and that's sort of when we were introduced to basketball, which is like kind of led us here. There's singular goals for our team, but it's not, no one has their own sort of agenda, and that makes sort of this goal of simplicity more related to our story, we thought.
Gotcha. I mean, so far what we've got, it's really like what you guys started out with is like, this is really about the program. It's about the grind, because it's represented by like the pick and talking about like pound the rock. And then what makes it unique for this group is that everybody grew up and was born in the 90s and got introduced to the game of basketball in the 90s, so you'll have that sort of influence here on how the Northwestern's written out, even like the new Wildcat that we'll try to finesse for you guys.
I had an idea on how y'all felt about it, but basically, like, I think it's like you can be more experimental on the student shirt. Like you said, big thing is like the team over the individual, and like have something like, I feel like us being brothers is like a big part of this team. Like, so like something along that lines, like, it don't have to be the word brothers, but like it could be like something like that, but inside the word we like have our names in it or something like that.
How cool that?
I think his uniforms are going to be outstanding, honestly. This is actually the fun part, getting in front of people, getting their feedback, getting ideas, and then we'll take some time, we'll go back to headquarters in Baltimore, and then we'll sort of like concept, throw ideas out. A lot of the stuff that they talked about, we will incorporate, and we'll find different ways, style-wise, to sort of make everything like feel incorporated.
Nice meeting you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good stuff.
This offseason, a Northwestern coaching staff that was already deeply connected added another family tie as they welcomed back 2014 graduate Jershawn Cobb. The new director of player development was a key player for the Cats in Chris Collins' early years as head coach.
He was a guy I didn't recruit, but he quickly became one of our guys, right when I got here. And it wasn't always easy for Jershawn. I mean, he had to work through his own struggles with injuries, with managing his time, with managing the dynamics of playing at this level versus the academic component, all things that are so applicable to all of our players. He was always such a great teammate. He had a great feel for the game. I always felt like coaching could be something that could be in his future.
I know what it is to, go on the road and have to come back the next morning and go to class. I know how hard it is. I know what it is to come in and coach is on you all practice and how you have to, overcome it. I know what it is to get yelled at in film. So everything they're going through, I've already been through, and I can, help them along the way.
When you're able to bring a former guy back into your staff, someone that wore the jersey, a guy that played for me, played for our staff, he can help our guys in so many ways. He lived in those dorms, he took those classes. Plus for him, it's not just a job. I hope he takes ownership of the fact that this is his program.
It's one thing to play college basketball, but when you're coaching and preparing to win, preparing young guys to move on from this, it's totally different. So I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from Coach Collins, the assistants, everybody around, just learn as much as I can.
Guys, listen, we got to really communicate. Talk the game all night long and fight the game all night long, okay? Great energy and spirit to start on both ends. Cut hard, let's set screens, let's make the right passes, and let's play with courage. Winning on the road, all we got are the guys in this room. Let's band together for 40 minutes and let's get it done. Yep. All right, here we go. Go.
Both these teams 1-5 in conference. This is really a game that they both have to have.
From Northwestern's standpoint, they're going with a bigger lineup because of how well Rutgers attacks the glass. Kind of a clash in styles here this evening.
Back on the road for the fourth time in Big Ten play, the Wildcats travel to face Rutgers. With With senior forward Vic Law back in the rotation following an injury, Northwestern must fight for a conference road win to keep their postseason hopes alive.
Top to Benson, top of the three-point line, played there by Dorson, out to Kopp for a three from the lead, he got it. And now on the handoff, part back to Taylor. Deep three by Taylor is good, the Cats are back in front. NBA range of that one. With a minute 40 to go in the half. Gaines into the lane, back out. Benson calling for it, tries a three, he got it! Barrett Benson, three-pointer. Cats up 7, their largest lead, 33-26.
Okay, overall, we've done a really good job with the big guys, with the Reading. We can't let up on that. And the guards, remember the backside. The backside has got to be ready. Okay, we need to string some stops together, and we need to impose our will this half. We need to have great looks, great huddles. We need to get this thing done. All right, here we go.
So this is one that they've got to get and they expect to get.
And they should get, especially if they continue to go inside the Derek part. Great job by the senior of putting this team on his back on the offensive end.
After Northwestern opened the second half with its largest lead of the night, Rutgers quickly climbed back in the contest, using a 9-0 run to make it a one-point game. But the Cats look to their bench to shift the momentum.
Good defensive pressure. Kopp into the front court. Oh! Anthony Gaines, the two-handed flush.
Gets it off to Baker, weaves his way down the lane. And Gaines got a piece of that one and took it away. 4 against 2. Out to Kopp. Spot up 3. Good! Miller Kopp three-pointer. The Wildcats go up by 10. Now Law driving in the lane. Little runner. Got it! Vic Law. Tough shot.
That's a big shot and it goes. Ryan Taylor has struggled from beyond the arc tonight, but hits it when it counts. Took all the fight that Rutgers had, but the Wildcats are going to leave Piscataway with an 8-point win.
We got 2 days. We got Indiana coming to our place, and we know, like, we should have got them at their place. You know, we got a chance now. They're coming to our place. We got to go home. We got a lot. We'll take tomorrow and get rest, and then Sunday, Monday, we got to lock into prep, and we got to go home, and we got to build them. That's what you do. You get one on the road, then you go home, then you build them. Then you get another one. You get yourself right back in. It's a 20 game marathon, 20-round fight. We've only played 7. Tonight was a big round. Okay, let's get the prep. Let's get back to the hotel and get some rest. Really proud of you guys. Big time win. Ready? Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
If we were gonna get color tape, we should get purple, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this is
the most testy you ever got? Ball. Because when I said, what's the next progression? You're like, well, you gotta run. I was like, Jan, I just want to know what's next.
When was that, like 4 weeks ago?
That was today.
Junior Aaron Falzone is working his way back to the floor. 2 months ago, while his teammates were preparing for visiting Georgia Tech, Falzone continued an all-too-familiar rehabilitation process.
I mean, it's really hard. Like, growing up as a kid, I always turned to basketball. So it really hurt me not to be on the court, but also off the court. It was hard to find an emotional release and a mental release for myself. So I had to kind of develop other ways and other things, other ways of thinking. And then when I got hurt again, you kind of go through that whole cycle again. And then it just kind of kept happening. It took a lot, and then you kind of develop different ways and different strategies of coping with it and keeping yourself up, but it's definitely an emotional roller coaster. And I knew we had some great young players, and it was going to be hard for me to start playing again. I saw how well they were playing. It was going to be hard for me to get back in rotation, but I knew games were going to come where the team was going to need me. So I just had to stay ready, and especially throughout this whole process where I wasn't playing, I had to find times to get extra workouts in and find ways to get better. And so when my time came, I could step up and be ready for it.
You gotta be aggressive in what you do. This is not a tiptoe game. If you're gonna go get Morgan, you can't do it with your tiptoes. If you're gonna dig it out, you can't do it like Cinderella. You gotta be men, and you gotta be aggressive, and you gotta take the fight to them defensively. Let them know they're on the road. Let them know we have controlled anger about what happened in the first weekend of December. And then the last, we've been talking about pace, we've been talking about cuts. We have to have a mentality of physicality on offense. You got to set a tone right away that we're here. You got to play for your teammate. You got to say, I'm not going to quit here because I don't want to let Anthony Gaines down because I love my brother. I'm not going to let Barrett Benson down because I love my brother. That's what I'm going to fight through the screen because I love my brother. That's the fight. So you're not fighting them. You're fighting for each other against them.
The Wildcats leaned on their big man early, but Indiana was finding all the right open spots to build a lead.
3 from the left wing. 2 strong rebound Morgan. It dumps it back. Nobody picked up Smith. Turner pulls up for 3. Good! Top of the key, handing to Kopp, screening for him. He'll try up 3. Tipped in with a dunk by Derek Hart. He slams it down.
Hoosier lead had swelled to 8. Chris Collins called on Falzone, hoping for a spark.
Falzone from the left of 3.
In a matter of minutes, the spark had turned to flame.
Turner now Falzone for 3. Good again. Aaron Falzone. Wings it left for Gaines. Up top, there's Falzone. Straight on 3. Good! Quick release. Aaron Falzone, his 3rd three-pointer. Taps her back in front. I think he's been waiting for this chance.
Around Langford to the basket. And it's an 8-0 run for Northwestern. Martin becomes the first in double figures in this game. He has 10.
A lot of that comes down to the fact that it's the Northwestern team that looks for 3 opportunities in transition, and Aaron Falzone making a few. Certainly going to draw some attention.
Hey, let's finish the half right. Yep, finish the half right. Last 4 minutes. Everybody's got to keep rebounding. And on long rebounds, we can continue to push. Yep. Okay? Right, good. Here we go. We'll jump. Let's go, Black. Let's go. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Hey, there.
By halftime, the deficit had flipped to a 4-point Northwestern advantage. And fortunately for the Cats, no amount of time in the locker room would keep Falzone from cooling down.
Falzone will try a 3. Good. His 4th of the game. To Law for 3. Good. Vic Law 3-pointer. Back-to-back 3s.
Falzone, everything is dropping. By the shoot. He was trying to get it back to Falzone. He got it. Oh my goodness. Career high 21. Justin Smith attacking Falzone. Falzone with his 3rd block of the night.
Falzone was having the night of his career, and senior Derek Parton was keeping the Wildcats' lead beyond the reach of Indiana. And while Chris Collins collected his 100th career victory and Parton pushed beyond 1,000 points for his career, the night belonged to Falzone.
The fans take up the chant of Aaron Falzone.
It just felt great. It's good to see a smile, good to see shots fall in, back to you guys in the studio. Yeah, I know that's got to feel good, man. Congrats. Keep rolling, all right?
The past 2-3 years, it's been harder to get it here with injuries and stuff. I mean, you got to believe it. Like, every day I would just come and just shoot and try to work out and get extra workouts in. And hopefully one day, my day would come, and today it came, and I was ready for the moment.